Hello and welcome back to Pillars of Eternity 2. So, we are going to head out. We're not quite going to go on a quest yet, but we're getting there. We're going to go over to this harbour. I mean, we have been on a quest, but we're going to go to the harbour and we're going to rest because, well, I'm not looking too good. We weren't looking too good when we arrived, but we're looking even worse now after our very successful fight that just ended up with me taking a nap on the ground for a while. Anyway. Right. Where is there's the innkeep. Hello?
Still kicking, eh? What'll it be?
Yeah, I'm still kicking. Thanks for asking.
Sure thing.
I would like a room. I would like this room. So 2 diplomacy, 2 intimidate, and 2 bluff. Interesting room. Now, I was worried about money for a second, but we got 1,000 for finishing the quest, so we're actually looking great. Yeah. 43 is nothing. Oh, it's the same, it's slightly cleaned up, but it's the same resting one as there was in the first game. I believe you can skip that animation if it's the same as the
What do
first
we
game.
do if there are no more ships?
The more
Die of
people in here than
starvation
there were
or
before.
disease.
Batso, I hate talking to you.
No, there aren't. Okay. At least I don't think there is. No. Let's leave. Right. And we're heading out to the dig site to hopefully find out what's been going on. So I don't want to go to here. I want to leave here. How do I leave here? Not entirely clear, is it? Ah, yes, there we go. Leave town. It'll be the leave town button. Not that difficult, really, is it? Okay. Well. Let's see. We know it's to the east, and the east is what we're looking for. So I'm going to head down this way. We're going to explore this path. Because this is the west. Now I want to know what's happening. There's a burial site here. Okay. And we can also go to known locations if we want to. So we got the dig site on there if we wanted to skip to it. So Huana tribes traditionally heap their dead onto pyres or give their bodies to the deep sea, but mounds like these suggest that rangas of honor, wealth, and distinction were buried nearby. Well, let's have a look. A tomb rises from the earth before you. Its stone exterior is well wrought and decorated with reliefs of Tangaloa and Nagati. It likely houses the body of someone important to the local Huana tribe. Well, you know what? No, you've convinced me. Probably seems like a bad idea. We have a look at the full map, or no? We can only have a look at this map. We could head back to camp if we wanted to, but I think we're still kind of in tutorial mode. So let's act like it. I think we want to go up to these woods, though. Yeah. This is a zone. Okay. Oh, no, it's not. It's one of these. Thick woodland spread to the east of Port Magi, slowing your travel. Birds flitter above you and insects drone incessantly. The path eventually gives way to a game trail and then no path at all. You find a curiously marked tree, the bark gouged away in a pattern. The serrations seem to run upwards, from right to left, just shy of vertical. Well, because we've got really good perception and really good survival, seems like a good idea to examine them. Oh. Ooh. I think we're going to use Ed here, because he has amazing survival, but his perception isn't that good. Edier examines the gashes in the wood, then plucks a tuft of hair from the side of the tree. Wow, Boar did this. Edier taps the tree. Look at this. A sigil has been lightly carved into the wood, so faint as to be almost imperceptible. But he did see it. He had exactly the amount of perception needed. Ugh. Okay. Well, let's continue forward carefully. You press carefully into the forest, your clothes damp with the humidity and the water dripping from the trees above. A quiet rustling in the underbrush draws your attention northward, deeper into the forest. Let's hide. You duck silently behind a log and still your breath. Whatever's making the sound draws nearer. We use Zotes to succeed there. Okay. Through a gap in the foliage, you make out a tall island Aumua? Anyway, standing among a small sounder of wild boars. Matted copper hair hangs over his features, and boar hides drape his frame. Despite his presence, the swine seem entirely at ease. Hello there. The man stands abruptly, spinning on you, his staff raised as if ready to strike. Ekera! Then, who are you? For what are you here? The Huana language thickens his accent. Ekera. Oh, right. That is a Huana term of agreement and emphasis. Alright, are we going... It's the end of this, so I guess we're speaking to him? Properly? Is that successful or not? I don't know. Edier perks up at the sight of the boars. Oh, Edier will like him because he likes animals. Alternately, imitating their grunts and chuckling. Only at length, in what appears to be a heel-dragging afterthought, does his attention at last turn to the strange man in their midst. Dirt darkens the folds of the man's skin. His lips curl over jagged teeth. He waves the stick at you.
No, never talk. Just go. Leave this forest. Go leave these islands. Go return from where you've been.
His Adirian is halting, the language thick in his mouth. I could bluff. Came here looking for you. The people on this coast said you could help me. Let's try it. I mean, I think that fits best, maybe? Yeah, it's a little white lie.
They always think they know better than this kith in this wood. Then when they need help, they always go ask me.
The man snorts, a sound not unlike that of a hog. Oh, irked, Zoti runs her tongue over her teeth. She did not like that.
You go. Speak quickly then. Your words disturb this place.
What are you doing out here with all of the boars?
Learning. The boar teach much about survival if one listens, if one watches. So sing. So say those who know.
He frowns. Those who know? Who would that be?
This question helps neither of us, I say.
He shakes his head roughly. Ooh, because of our religion, well, because of Zoti's religion, well, it sounds like you're speaking of Galawain. Galawain being the god of the hunt, assassins, pursuit, wilderness, and predatory creatures. Sometimes thought to take the form of a fur-clad hunter or of a great hound, Galawain favors the survival of the strong and the culling of the weak.
Always you foreign sorts speak of your changing god. I say you know nothing of change, and less of the hunt.
Okay. So, can you tell me about your boars?
What of them then?
I'm not gonna ask him for pork. That sounds like the worst option. Why do these boars matter so much to you?
Then I need a reason. I say I do not. That is plenty reason.
He rests a hand on one of the creature's heads, scratching it lightly behind the ear. The pig snorts and nuzzles the man's leg. Can I get a boar?
They are not mine to give, nor yours to take. You want a boar, friend. You go make your own.
Could I pass through this forest?
No, your sort always want. This forest is not yours. This land is not yours. Go, leave.
Okay. Let's try and reason with them with our survival. We're not going to try any of our intimidation. It's not going to work. It's also just mean. Especially what we're saying here. That would just be very mean. What's this one? Insight. So we could try and read him. Let's try and reason with survival. I think it might work. Hunting a god. If I fail, your islands will not be spared his wrath. The man frowns, then pulls a leather-wrapped pouch from within his belongings. Hand shaking, he hands it to you. We have gained the Wise Teeth necklace. Intellect, history, insight. Ooh. Necklace is crafted in the teeth of a Namawa sage. Some of the more superstitious Huana tribes believe that a person's learned wisdom is held not in the mind or heart, but in their teeth. This small fetish may hold some understanding.
Then go, take this. They protect you if you speak true. They tear out your throat if no.
He dismisses you with a wave. Alright then. Well, it was nice meeting you and the boars. Let's have a look at this. Monsters of the Dead. There's a book and a note we haven't read? Wait. When did we not read these? Nam May, I noticed you taking my books. Why are you wasting my time with alien stories when there was work to be done? At least keep them dry. Oh, we must have actually stolen something from her. We stole her notes and her books. Oh no. Okay, well, I think that Zoti is the best to hold this. Intellect does help with spells. And she's our spell user right now, so I guess that's going to be what we use. Okay. And then we got a book, Monsters of the Deadfire Archipelago. The archipelago winds its way between the Great Eastern Ocean and the Restless Ocean, hundreds of small islands in the midst of the water. Few dare brave its treacherous rapids, and fewer still have returned to tell tales of their adventures through it. Travel between the two oceans is virtually impossible. Great storms hammer any ships foolhardy enough to attempt to navigate. This alone should be enough to deter anyone from attempting the voyage, as untold ships have gone down tossed against the rocks. The weather and treacherous rocks are only a precursor to the actual horror of the archipelago, the terrors of the deep. No one knows how many creatures stalk the oceans, waiting for unsuspecting sailors to drift into the waters. But we do know of some. Barbed Ravager. A giant shark that is known to ram passing vessels, trying to knock sailors off the deck and smash a hole into the hull. It has tremendous spines protruding from its side and back that are presumed to be poisonous. The largest sighted barbed ravager, with survivors, was estimated to be 30 feet long. Winding serpent, smaller around than the ravager, but potentially longer. Though winding serpent attacks in small packs, usually 3 to 8. They have long, sharp heads, somewhat reminiscent of a barracuda. Like the ravager, they repeatedly slam into the side of a ship, hoping to crack a hole in it, or knock someone from the deck. They have also been known to swim to the depths and shoot up out of the ocean, landing on the deck, coiling and winding their way around, snapping up any crew they can before plunging back into the ocean. Leviathan. Imagine the largest whale you have ever seen. The Leviathan is at least 10 times that size. By the time a ship sees a Leviathan, it is already too late. As they rise from the depths, the water around them begins to spin and sink, creating a whirlpool. The Leviathan's body surrounds the hapless vessel, preventing escape, and as it goes down, the enormous mouth opens, pulling all aboard to their watery depths. Pulpovir. All the creatures you've read about in this book are nothing compared to the Pulpovir. Barely the size of a man. What they lack in size and strength, they make up for in numbers and terrifying viciousness. Their lower halves are a terrible mass of tentacles, like an octopus or squid, but more numerous. The tentacles are long, black whips with suction cups on the underside and small thorny barbs on the top. Their sheer number of tentacles gives them frightening speed when walking on land, pulling themselves forward almost as fast as a running horse. While they vaguely resemble a human from the waist up, any extended examination proves how wrong that assumption is. Long, stringy black hair falls from the top of their heads to cover their face, taken directly from a nightmare. A wide, gaping mouth cuts across the bottom of its head from ear to ear, full of wicked, dagger-like teeth. 2 large, round eyes are sunken into its head, black as coal, shining with a malevolent fire. A small antenna protrudes from the middle of its forehead, ending in a small nodule that can glow with an eerie blue light. One can imagine a sailor on the deck of his ship at night looking out across the black water, blood freezing as countless lights appear beneath the surface, rising towards him as the Pulpovir swarm upwards. Because they seem to be more octopus than man, they can collapse in on themselves, fitting into spaces no person should be able to. The smallest crack in a hull, the slightest separation between boards offer them entrance. It is not unknown for them to slaughter an entire crew from hold up to deck by infiltrating the ship from underneath. Fortunately, they do not seem to have spread too far outside the archipelago. But there may come a day when the Pulpovir attacks become commonplace. Oh my! I imagine we're going to face many of those once we get our ship going, but we don't have it going yet. Yes.
Think it suits me?
I think that... Oh, we put on an amulet and she said something. That's neat. I like it. Okay, this isn't a very large area, so I assume it was just an area to meet him.
Dimming the lantern.
I know he can see us. I'm looking to see if there's any loot around here. Yeah, like, we can see hidden loot if we're in this mode. Don't think there is any hidden loot. But I will continue looking until the very last second. Nah. It looks like this was a very straightforward area. Okay. We got a necklace out of it, though. Which is neat. Yeah, I like it. It's a little bit better than the first game just gave you large areas with kind of nothing in them and random fights. This one's a little bit better. It's like, you get a little story thing beforehand. You can potentially talk your way out of a lot of things. You can avoid things you don't want to fight. Works well. Old battleground. It isn't always easy to judge who fought or why, but what belongs the dead leave behind is a legacy anyone can claim. Yeah, let's have a look. You find a field strewn with ancient corpses. It must be the site of a battle that happened long ago. There might be something salvageable among the fallen. Okay. We searched it. We took some time to explore the battlefield. Found a bundle of unused scrolls bearing arcane runes and incantations. You've wandered the length of the battlefield, there's nothing left of any value. Okay. Well, we got some scrolls, I guess. What's down here? A solitary rice farm that looks beautiful enough to welcome trade. Alright, we could buy food here if we wanted to. Not going to. Oh, and you can see where Aethys has come through, because you can see the stompy bits. Otherwise known as footprints to the normal person. The trail before you seems thoroughly disturbed by erratic tracks. The sparse plants to the immediate sides of the path are roughly mangled. A struggle may have occurred here. We'll search the area. Oh, I'm feeling it's an Edier search. Edier makes sense of the chaos within moments. No blood splatters suggest this was not a fight, and your compatriot easily identifies the clawed prints of Zurups. The tracks seem recent. Zurups are kind of like small cobalt-like things, like carrying spears, kind of Draconoid-like as well, and they worship dragons. In fact, they are pretty much kobolds. A dry and ropey vine has been pulled taut across the path and inexpertly covered in dirt. Beyond, a group of robed figures cringe and cower at the nearby river's bend. Each is frozen in place, ashen and grey like statues crafted of soot. Well, obviously I'm going to disarm the trap. Yes, I'm going to disarm the trap. Though the trap seems simple, you take care as you disarm it and collect its component parts. We got the corrosive cloud trap. Okay. Let's look for the Zurups. You hear a series of quiet chirps and growls ahead. Make out the movements of some small forms through the undergrowth. Let's sneak closer and observe. You creep closer, parting the grass for a better view. A handful of Zurups hiss and snap at one another, shaking their spears in their scaled fists. They stand over the apparent source of their argument, a small pile of loot likely stolen from other travelers. If we're a ranger, we can do something. If we're a cipher, we can do something. I'm trying to think, or if we have an ability, we can do something. I'm thinking that cipher would be kind of like we mind control one to do something, or we scare them away or something like that. Ranger, I'm not sure what we could do. Like, imitate an animal sound or something? I don't know. Let's attack them. You creep forward, drawing your weapon. Let's see what happens.
I see a soul in the darkness.
What do you need?
I need you to move up here, Edier. Yes, I'm aware of the enemies. Thank you. Right, we're going to take a shot.
I'll teach you a lesson!
And these two are going to move forward.
I see a...
We got one. Oh, that was a good shot. Right, Edier up there. We're going we'll send Zoti up to that one, then she'll join Edier in a second.
One ready.
Yeah!
Edier needs to switch you to Defender so you can engage multiples. I want to escape over there, if we can. Perfect. Zoti, head up to that one. We'll head back. Gonna chuck down a daze on... I'm gonna hit Edier as well, because I think that... Well... I don't know, I was gonna say that probably wouldn't hurt him, but actually let's just hit these two instead. Yeah.
I think worth right.
Double daze, nice. That Zerp's about to die, so you can turn around. Nice. You attack in. I figured out what I wanted to do in the previous episode as well, when I was like, what should I be doing right now? Anyway, we could do another daze if we wanted to. Let's
Glory be to God!
let's severely daze them. Okay. We're still shooting. Nice. Edier can turn around now. He won't get quite as murdered. There's something called Stone Tooth. Okay. Knock it down.
Hey,
Oh,
That
or just
wasn't-
destroy it. That's the other option.
there.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I'll turn on some AI in a second. Right. Let's quickly put on some AI. So, yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you can select different behavior. Yeah. Whatever. So AI behavior would be rogue aggressive. Can I choose? So yeah, I want their auto attack to be aggressive. Party priority. Cycle between selected behavior sets, random. Okay. Way too much. Now, I want to do individual abilities. I want you to not have that, but I want you to auto-attack. Actively seek out enemies whether or not they're being directly attacked. Defensive. They will seek out enemies regardless not they're... Seek out nearby enemies for combat regardless not they're being attacked. Defend self. Passive. I think defensive is what I'm looking for. Yeah. We'll try defensive. It might be wrong. I'll do the same with Edier. We'll just get rid of that. Give him a defense. Give him a defensive. Then we'll do the same with Zoti. Get rid of that. Give her a defensive. Right, now we'll turn... Oh, that was what I meant to do. We'll turn on party AI for all of them. Right, so now when they get attacked in combat, they should actually do
Right
stuff.
here, sure.
And these things are like copper pyres. Interesting. We got some shields and some Zurab spears. Anything else around here? So these statues remind me a lot of the statues at the start of Pillars 1, where like
Trouble.
the Adra machine went off, and then basically they turned a bunch of people into statues. I think that is what this is, but anyway, we'll see. Well, that was good. That was very successful.
I mean.
Really? Make sure that we get all the Zurabs. Okay. There is stuff over on this side. Can we reach this side? Yes. There is a path. But, no, there isn't anything on this path. Okay. Well, time to leave. Do we go back into story mode, or where are we going now? Oh, that's it. Okay. There's a dig site. We're going to ignore it again. Head along here. What have we got? We have a thing. Cannon shot. Okay. Not that useful for a ship, but it's still there. Ooh, what's this one? Fresh fruit. And a shipwreck. Waves battered a splintered hull that doggedly refuses to sink. Whoever abandoned this may have left something behind. You come upon an abandoned sloop run aground on the beach. The nearby coral and volcanic rocks may have smashed its hull to kindling. but there might still be something salvageable in the hold. We shift through the wreckage and find some usable ship supplies in a crate. Nice. Continue searching. Continue poking around. Find nothing of value. I mean, continue searching. Okay, it only took us 3 hours to determine there was nothing that time. I think when it says there's nothing, there's nothing. Right, into the dig site. And I think this might be our first dungeon looking at it, like proper kind of multi-layer dungeon. We'll see though. Ooh, we got some experience. So what do we need to do here just to kind of remind you? Because obviously I remember. Defiant has run aground after suffering attack by pirates. Yeah, I remember that bit. Find Odorisi. Yes, if I can find Odorisi's corpse, that will also be enough. Okay. Well, we're not going to kill Odorisi, if that's what it's hinting at, but yeah. Headlong here. Also gives us a chance to scout out. So there are a lot of these statues, which would indicate that there was a piece of Adra machinery on, which would explain the storm that took away the memories, because the machinery in the site at the start of Pillars 1 was what took away the memories and turned everyone into these like kind of stone-like creatures. Okay. Continue grabbing all of that. That's a big statue made out of Adra. Ancient training hall. Okay, we could take that ladder down if we wanted to as well. There is also Aethys' footprint there. Okay. I'm just scouting to see if we can see any enemies. But I can't see anything in there. Okay. Head the other way as well.
Watch your weight.
Zoti bends double, hands resting briefly on her knees before she wipes sweat from her brow. Huffing to catch her breath, she glances up at you with a bright smile.
If you'll spare me a minute, I'd like to perform a last rite for these poorly departed souls.
She reaches for the lantern on her hip. No, we're far too busy.
Please, Watcher. Without my guidance, they might have a hard time finding the light.
Actually, I am going to say I'll allow it, but let's ask what it says. Or we could say there are no departed souls as well. Let's go for number 3. What happens if they can't find the light?
They'll be lost, never making it to hell and back. Or they'll wander and eventually find their way, lifetimes after they should have.
Her jaw takes on a determined set and she straightens, ready to work.
That's supposing they ain't a follower of Aethys. What do you reckon happens to them folks in hell when the god of rebirth is deader than a doornail?
That's an interesting way to do it at the start. These corpses are just empty husks, they had their souls sucked out by Aethys. You know what? Let's tell her. These people had their souls sucked out by Aethys. Their corpses are just empty husks.
That why they're so ashy?
Her nose crinkles. Yeah, because of our intellect. We only have to have 5 intellect for this. You don't have to be very bright, do you? Exactly. Aethys caused a bailiwick when he passed through. I knew it was a bailiwick. I didn't know. I was seeing that would tell us more. But yeah, I didn't know it was Aethys who caused it. That makes a lot of sense.
So it's not just symbolism in my dreams. I saw my god walking through storms. Didn't know he created them. While I do thank you for shielding my pride, Watcher, I figure it's better to be safe than sorry. So if you don't mind, I'll just do a calling real quick.
Sure, why not?
Mighty kind of you.
She grins happily. With 2 intense strides forward, she unsheaths her sickle and lantern, fluidly swinging each in a series of well-practiced movements. Chanting, whirling, weapon slicing in the air, Zoti's voice lilts and falls in an invocation, a summons to any departed lingering in the area.
This here's a final call for all souls. Last stop for the lost. Gather round now, I'll cut you loose and haul you into the light.
Swinging the lantern faster and faster, Zoti plants her thighs wide and thrusts her arms up overhead. The lantern rattles in her grip, and the light from within flares blindingly bright. In the silence your breath held, it almost seems like a soul should from one of the corpses, quivering in the air before siphoning into the lantern's fading brilliance. But the ashen bodies are bereft of souls, so in the end, Zoti's light fades without acquiring anything. I'm going to say nothing.
It's my honored duty to reap and shepherd departed souls during their journey to being reborn. With Aethys dead, me and the other reapers gotta gather as many souls as we can. We'll keep 'em safe until Gon returns to hell and can take 'em into his divine embrace.
What do you mean?
I'm keeping lost souls. And here.
She taps the metal frame of the lantern.
And that's all I care to say for now. Let's go.
She nods before setting off. I'm still not sure about the souls in the lantern thing. I'm getting some bad feelings about this. Anyway, I guess we're just going to go down. I'm kind of thinking that it's a little too easy so far, but we'll see. We'll see. There's a box with stuff in it. Ooh, hardtack. Okay. Feeling a little bit foolish sneaking around here, given that there's nothing. There's a boar. Okay.
Wait.
Oh. Yeah, I spotted the
There.
boar. Thank you. Head down this way? No, this way. Thank you. No reason to attack the boar just yet. Yeah, if it's the same as the first game, you get experience not based upon the enemies that you kill, but on the quests and on bestiary entries. I need to check when it pops up there. It'll tell us whether we get XP or not. So there is actually, there's kind of a point to not killing everything. Well, it's not a point, but it's like you don't have to kill everything to get what you want. Basically. Please destroy the barrels. Thank you.
Give me a challenge.
Okay, so there's an arena sub-level. What's up here? Arena definitely screams there's going to be fighting to me, but... No. Maybe not. No way up here. Okay. That's fine. I may go kill the boar anyway, but... I was just telling you why it's not necessarily bad if we don't. That looks like some weird stuff. Scrawled note. Ferris, hit this coin to the Huana village and see if you can round up anyone willing to do a week's digging for pay. Try the low caste types first, the Roparu. They're used to hard work and they don't ask for more than their share. S. As the lowest class of Huana society, the Roparu are designated to work as unskilled labourers and to starve in the times of scarcity. Their status is a function of survival in the often unforgiving Deadfire, not a moral judgment. The Roparu are destined to be reborn into the Karu or Mataru class in their next lives. Okay, so you get one life of rubbish for lives later of better stuff, in theory. Whoever was in here left in the middle of drinking their tea. So they saw the giant and were like, what is going on? That is a worm. Those are worms, as in dragon-like worms. Okay, let's go into the foreman's quarters first. We'll do a circle. Okay. What we got in here? Not very much. Pretty much see everything going in.
I see his
Okay, I see the beetle
soul
as
in
well.
the darkness. One ready.
Yeah?
Right, shoot
Absolutely.
Get it, Edier. Unsneak. Unsneak. If you're sneaking, they won't target on, which I think is the bit I forgot. Attack it. No back off.
Show 'em how it's
That's
done.
fine. It's fine. Switch target to that
I'll
one.
teach you a lesson.
And then we'll get you to use your sickle to kill this one.
Missed.
Say your prayers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Use your sickle again. I like being able to use the priest spells, like, actually properly. In the first game, you only had, like, a limited number per rest, I think it was. So you tended just to have the too good to use syndrome. And it's much better actually being able to use these things. Yeah, like, same with all of the abilities in the first game. Like, all the
Show
ones that
'em
were
how it's done.
non-burn. Like, the burn counter abilities were just so much better, because it meant you didn't have to keep going back and resting each time. Okay.
Let's take a look.
Or you didn't have to go back and rest each time, I should say.
Keep it down.
Actually use proper sentences. Yeah, we'll have that. We got the Champion's Medallion. The small Adra disc was apparently to be worn as a medallion. One side of the disc depicts a figure with its arms raised triumphantly above its head, a blade in one hand, a shield in the other. The other side of the disc has been worn smooth with time and is unreadable. Okay. And we got the note to the foreman. One of the workers dug up this old Adra medallion in the sub-level yesterday. I doubt Odoressi would be interested in it, and besides, it looks like it's worth something. Might be a nice surprise. Might be nice to surprise the crew with a bonus. Then some rum. Okay, so we might need the medallion, or we might sell it, depending
Easy
on
does
what
it.
it actually means. I was thinking the foreman's quarter seemed like a good place to, you know, find something, but maybe not. Let's stand up here. We
Wait,
know that there are
Up
worms.
there. Right here.
I'm gonna unsneak, and I'm gonna take a shot. Okay, they will run forward. See, the AI working is actually so good.
I'll teach you a lesson.
Zoti, just kill it if you could. Thank you.
Love, ain't you got the decency to
Show 'em
die?
how it's
Yeah, kill this one as well.
done.
This is so much better.
Lavaru, be
Yeah,
on seek.
yeah, okay. Grab that. Okay,
Real quiet.
into the ancient training hall. This is going very well. Alright, immediately I can see the trap. Okay, oh, it's all part of one inside area.
And what do we have here?
Interesting.
Isn't this something?
Make sure
Yeah.
we select the right one.
I got
Right.
this. I got it. Leave it to me.
Yeah, we got 69 experience. Nice.
Consider it done.
We got another
And what
69
do-
experience. Ooh, what's that? That's a skeletal warrior.
We have
Okay.
here. Watch and learn.
The training dummy has long since been frozen into immobility by age, not immortality by age. The reason I took a shot there was to get it to come and attack.
I got this.
Hit it.
That dog won't hunt.
It's a high level. Okay. It's actually a challenge. Knock it over. Zoti. Daze it. We're actually, you know what, Zoti? That's the wrong move. We should daze it. Zoti should just hit it.
I think worth and rot.
Lavaru, be on seek.
I'll teach you a
This
lesson.
thing isn't doing the job.
Alright, it blocked it. That's fine. I think it blocked it anyway. Hit it. Hit it. Actually, what's the other one do? It gains aware and concentration. Yeah, so no. Use your spell again.
I think worth and rot.
It's already dead.
Right here.
Well, at least we made some pretty lights.
Be right there.
Okay. That went pretty well.
Give me a real
Yeah, it will
challenge.
still send me forward to do it. That's fine.
Right here. Sure.
Alright. I see the skeleton one up top. It's gonna spot us, I think. Yeah, those two at the front I'm gonna reveal. And then I'm just gonna take a step back.
Yeah.
Actually, instead of doing that, hit it with your spell.
I think worth and
You
rot.
two go hit it. Yeah. It's another skeletal warrior, so knock it down. Holy Radiance, I think, actually will work quite well, because I think these are vessels. I'm not 100% sure. Skeleton vessels? Oh, we've got Zurp stuff as well to read. But skeletons are... Vessel, yes. Okay. So we can use Holy Radiance, and that will hurt them a lot. Yeah, it'll shake them and daze and cause them problems. Well, no, the daze was us, actually. Fine, do it again. That's good. Anyway, start. Edier knocked down the sorcerer again. Right, and we'll get Zoti to use her scythe on the Stealth Warrior.
Love, never you mind that mess. I'll land the next one.
Nice. Okay, so we get Edier to hit hit that one. Right, and we'll get her to. It says she's going to use this. How's she using? I didn't delete her stuff, right? I deleted Edier's, right? Yeah. Okay, so now she was going to use her Fists of Fury. All right, no, she can use that. Okay, interesting. You don't need to do that right now. The fight's not long enough. Just do damage.
Show 'em how it's done.
Need something stronger.
It's better to just do damage. Yeah, we can't actually hurt it because our weapon isn't good enough. And it's bow. What's this one? So that one interferes with opponent's ability to focus their aim. This one better intercepts melee attacks, the cost of recovery. Yeah, we don't need to worry about that. Edier maybe needs that on. Anyway. Just hit it.
That dog won't hunt.
Yeah. Now we fought more of these. You can
That
see
was
it's
about as
immune
useful
to
as a bump on a
it's just
pickle.
immune to piercing damage. Okay, knock it down.
That was about as useful as a
Yeah. I got it. We should maybe just dazzle it again.
bump on a pickle. Nuh-uh, didn't work.
Thick worth and rot.
That hardly seems fair.
Yeah.
Ugh.
We have nothing more we can hit it with. Zoti, why don't you heal?
I'll teach you.
And then we will get the extra attack speed. I guess.
Show
That
'em
was
how
about
it's
as
done.
useful as a bump on a pickle.
Yeah.
That's fine. Got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure thing.
That was difficult. Fine robe, so it gives +1 armor rating because it's fine. Nice. The Skeletal Wizard's Grimoire, which is fully stacked. Yeah, that's good. And then a whole bunch of other stuff. Okay, we'll have it. Go into sneak mode. Little quick save. Do we have any? So in vessels, we know more. Do we know about skeleton warriors? What the difference is? Yeah. Okay. Sorcerers. Okay. That's the same. That's the same stuff, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, it is. Okay. And in Wilder, did we read about the copper constructs? I don't think so. Constructs were developed by animancers to serve a variety of intense purposes, chief among them to be bodyguards and instruments of war. Due to recent advancements in construct creation, most animancers had divested themselves of their early models by auctioning them off to new owners who are rarely schooled in maintenance of their complicated inner workings. If not serviced regularly, constructs are prone to rusting. Okay. Zurup. Zurups are reptilian humanoids about the size of Orlans. They adorn themselves with the bones of fallen enemies, mostly Zurups from rival tribes. They also have an affinity for large feathers, which they hang and pin to their attire. Zurups' skin tones can vary from light green to rustic brown. Their elongated snouts, which make speech impossible, and overly aggressive behavior have hindered them from communicating with the more docile races of the world. Live in secluded tribal territories and known for ruthlessly attacking anyone foolish enough to cross their paths. Zurups revere dragons as deities and build their communities around the lairs of these powerful creatures. It is not uncommon for a small tribe to wander nomadically until it has found a drake or dragon to worship. Once a tribe dedicates itself to a dragon, they will defend it at all costs. Elaborate rituals, in which the dragon consumes Zurup sacrifices, are normal practice. As the dragon grows in size and age, these sacrifices become large religious events that cost the lives of hundreds of Zurups. The power and prestige of a Zurup tribe directly correlates with the age of its dragon. The most powerful tribes have existed for hundreds if not thousands of years. Warriors and shamans of these large tribes typically paint their body to resemble the colouring of their draconic gods. Yeah. Okay, cool.
And what do we have?
Yeah,
Watch
get
and
the
learn.
traps. We appear to be in trap zone. That's
I got
alright. We
this.
can get rid
I
of
got
all
it.
of them. Oh, what have we got here? Ooh, we got Gauntlet of Accuracy. A large shield. Large shield seems like an Edier special. If we go here. They also seem to have got rid of this like proper stash idea where you couldn't access the stash at all times. Like apparently now you can just access the stash wherever you want it. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but like it seems like we can just access it. Did we already have large shields, or am I correct? Oh no, there we go. Yeah, so this one is better for him because we want him to be our main tank. Yeah. Okay, and then what else did we pick up? We picked up the accuracy gauntlet, which is probably best on us because we want a high accuracy because we want to be hitting constantly.
Happy to
for
oblige.
critting.
Consider it done.
Yeah, and the higher accuracy, the bit more chance of critting as well. That training dummies
Watch and learn.
blade is heavily notched from repeated strikes on hapless trainees. Okay,
Consider it done.
get rid of that trap. The statue bears elaborate detail from the buckles of the warrior's greaves to his curly locks. Okay, and then we got a way out to the Griffin dig site. Let's take this way out. It's alright. Yeah, this just takes us out of this side. Okay. That's fine. Headlong here. There's a deserted cat. It's my deserted cat named Gosha now. Yeah, only I can have an animal as well. Wait, how do I... Oh, now the party stash is only... Oh, it's because I limited it. Oops. Oh, I was just changing the sort thing previously. I thought I was changing the filter. That explains it. Yeah. Sort by time acquired, I think is what I'm looking for. Gosha. +1 perception on a party-wide buff. Actually better than our bird. Sorry, bird. Yeah, we now have a +1 perception and a cat, which is no longer deserted. Well, I think the boar has to die, really. Also, I suspect that the one that we're looking for is the person we're looking for is probably in that shielding cave. I think this would allow us to get past the boar if we wanted to. They could be in the luminous adver pool. I'm going to kill the boar anyway. Because that's fine. Yeah, because we got more in the bestiary, we got more stuff. Like we got because we got extra knowledge about it, we got more experience. Yeah. Okay,
Real
that's fine.
quiet.
What's in the luminous adver pool? The scroll of minor healing, pyrite, and then the weather journal page. Whatever Odorisi did to that last batch, it's working. We're seeing much higher concentrations of essence in the harvested adra. I only wish he'd let the rest of us in on his methods. One of our Huana workers got the jolt of his life transporting one of the crates, and that's on top of the one that got blinded last week. All Odorisi has to say for himself is that they were careless. I'm the one paying these islanders' families out of my own pocket. At this rate, I'm going to be the one idiot who comes out of this whole enterprise with less money than I started. Okay. S. It keeps saying S. Wait, I don't think we've met an S yet, but interesting. I wonder who S is.
I'll take a peek.
Okay. Is this a new area? No, it's a continuation of the old area. A brine imp. I don't think I've seen that before. Kill it.
Look, and that's how it's done.
They fly. Okay, unsneak. Knock that one out in the sky. These are worms, okay. And then... Yeah. Walk forward. Hit it. Maybe use Holy Radiance. That might work. Didn't seem to do very much. Okay, we'll Dazzling Lights again, maybe? And she can use her sickle on the one in the middle. Hopefully. Nice. That was a good kill. Daze that one. Now all three of us can attack the last one. It's good. Oh, that was a good one. We should be using our abilities. Yeah, knock it down.
Show him how it's done.
I'll be fine, really.
We're a little bit low on health. I'm just gonna teleport ourselves out of sight.
I'll teach you a lesson.
Yeah. Sickle it. Sickle it. Yeah, there we go.
Not even close.
Laveru, be on seek.
Nice.
Sure thing.
Oh, that
Keep
hurt.
it down.
Got some bits. It's just a pool of luminous adra. That's it. Pool of luminous adra and an optional fight. Oh yeah, talking of optional fights, the Brine Imp. Lured by the essence that magical items possess, the Brine Imps commonly nest in sea caves or among the islands that pepper frequent shipping routes. To avoid raiding a flock, it is advised that ships transporting magical items anchor at least 5 leagues from any imp-inhabited island during nightfall. Elsewise, the crew might find their sails shredded and the hull carved up come morning. Okay, fair enough. And then in Beasts, we did get something about boars, didn't we? I think we already knew about boars. Yeah. Sea bat? Nope, we also know about them. I think it's worms, so the new one. Young dragons begin their life cycle as worms, though most never develop beyond that stage. Worms are clever and sly, but not especially intelligent. To develop into a drake, and eventually a dragon, a worm must have ample space and resources. They will not develop if they live near existing drakes and dragons. Must seek out a habitat that has not already been claimed by a larger counterpart. Since the chances for further development are low, most worms band together in covens for survival. Yet they remain bold and highly aggressive creatures, so the covens they form tend not to last that long. Okay. Well, we'll head back up. Our sneaking has still not got us anything on this particular one, apart from like a jump on people during fights, but that's kind of something, isn't it? Head down here. This is where I'm expecting everything to kick off.
Look there.
Panthers? No. Right. Head down the hill. No, don't do that. You go get it. You go get it. Both stop sneaking. Go get your targets. We will fire upon that one. There is another.
That looks like it.
That's fine. Right, Zoti can kill that one with the sickle. No problem. We should start aiming at the back one.
Show him how it's done.
Laveru, be
Yeah.
on.
Cool. Called that. We should aim at the one that Zoti's aiming at as
you
well
a
now.
lesson.
I'm just going to turn on Edier's... Oh, he doesn't have the shield bonus because he's not proficient with that shield.
There's something you don't see every day.
That's a problem. We should maybe solve that. Zoti can kill it with the sickle now. We should start firing on this panther. Okay, Zoti will get that one. Nice. That panther is dead. Right, so dead I'm going to get Edier to target the other one.
I'll teach you a lesson.
We didn't kill it. That's unfortunate, given my call of it being dead. Oh, heal.
Yeah.
Nice, that's a good heal. Glad that they did it. I didn't need to retell them to attack, so that's fine. So they were just hiding from panthers, I think, is what we're getting at here.
All right.
Okay. All right.
Keeping an eye out.
We'll continue grabbing stuff, because why not? But, yeah. Oh, also, panthers. The Scourge of the Jungle. Panthers are the master of the silent kill. Looks pretty awesome. Though they prefer swamp and rainforest, they've been known to roam across scrublands and desert. Consequently, they're widespread in the Deadfire archipelago. Fiercely independent, they thrive in the underbrush, where dark coats provide them with ample coverage, and eschew interacting with kith unless they perceive a territorial threat. Their impressive muscular and bone structure makes these cats lethal pouncers, and the strength of their bite is such that they can pierce the shell of armored reptiles. Even a half-hearted strike from their paws enough to stagger an unprepared opponent. So, Stompy goes through the forest, scares away all the animals. The panthers have scared into this area. Researchers then have to run.
Happy
They
to
hide
oblige.
themselves in the
Say your
shielding area.
prayer.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah, sure thing.
Okay. There's an arena sub-level. I know that there are people in there. We could probably investigate.
What?
But
Alright.
there's a sub-level, which just screams to me more loot. Let's see though. Oh, it's all loot.
Happy to oblige.
Nice.
Sure thing.
Give me a real challenge.
Let champions pay homage to Exandros. Without him, there would be no glory.
I got this.
The copper bowl has tarnished to a dull blue-green. Grime and dust coat the surface in a thin film. Examine it. At the bottom of the bowl is a shallow, circular depression. You recognize the offering bowl, an artifact found in many Gwithan ruins. It would be intended for use only by Gwithans who held high rank or had made some great achievement. In an arena such as this, a champion might fulfill that role. Alright, let's put the champion medallion into the depression. Opens the secret room. The loot room. Aha. Look at that. Secret loot tomb. Here rests Exandros, the most virtuous architect. And here lies my loot. An Adraban, which is Adra, extraordinarily rare stone. Okay, that's it. Okay, we'll have it. Half expecting a ghost to pop up and go, "You have defiled my shrine," or something like that. Oh yeah, we don't even want this stuff. Yeah, that necklace is rubbish. What's down here? You got people jumping. Grab their stuff. Head in here. Still nothing, huh? Rune powder and a pry bar. Alright. Got more kind of nothingness. Okay. Paranoid, but still don't know what's going on in here.
They'll never know I'm here.
Wait. I was no, okay, slightly different. I was thinking, I recognize this exact area from the first game. It's the same layout. It's similar, not the same. Okay. In memory of Sama, the beloved sister, I gift this statue. Praise be bold-hearted Avarix, master of the blade. Part of the statue near the legs has been forcibly removed. All that remains of this inscription is Rack of the Fortunate. The stone around it is worn smooth. Okay. Interesting. Big chamber.
I see.
See a will-o-wisp. They're dangerous, if I remember. Move forward. No, you move forward there. You move forward there. Go,
All
go,
in
go,
the
go, go.
darkness. One.
Right.
Show
Shoot
them
it.
how it's done.
Hit it. Yeah, hit it.
Ready for reaping.
I'll teach.
That did something, which is nice. Its armor's pretty high. Well, no, its deflection's pretty high. Its armor is low. So if we hit it, that's fine. We need more accuracy to hit it properly. So penetration's not the problem. Our problem is actually getting it. So if you use that one... Oh, I should have switched Edir Shield out. In fact, can I still switch Edir Shield out? Probably not in combat. Yeah, we'll get her to use interfering strikes as well to stop it casting any spells.
Show them how it's done.
Nice. That's a nice level up. Right, stay back here. That's the problem with AI, is you have to then manually tell them to stay back. Okay, you hit the Sporling. Edir, you hit this one. Switch into your stance that gives you deflection.
Could use something to put a little pep.
Okay, we're gonna want to hit the
I'll
will-o-wisp.
teach you a
Step.
lesson.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm fixing to
This is
be
fine.
sick.
I think the will-o-wisps could do like mind control stuff, which I'm definitely not a fan of. I think we might want a Holy Radiance. Holy Radiance now, it hits all of them,
I'm
and it'll
fixing
get
to be
some heals.
sick.
Yeah.
Could use
Nice.
something to
You
put a little
listen.
pep in my...
Switch. We're gonna need to switch to our weapon set 1, our sword. Hit it.
Step.
Okay, we're all in 1. These guys aren't getting hurt too much, and knock them over. Might as well sickle anyway, see if that works.
I'm fixing to be sick.
Okay.
Hey,
Show 'em.
Right. Oh, and we got the last level up. Nice.
That wasn't.
Switch back to your crossbow and shoot the spoiler.
Could use something to put a little pep in my step.
Yeah, so she probably can't hurt it very well. That's fine. Yeah. Okay.
I'm fixing to
Nice.
be sick.
She's still not feeling
Yeah.
too well.
Could use something to put a little
Let's-
pep in my step.
Yeah, let's heal her up there.
Could use something to put a little pep in my step.
Please don't repeat
There's
that
something
every
you don't see
time you
every
get
day.
hit.
I hear you.
Okay. Right. Grab all of that.
I'll take a peek.
We got here. We've got walls in further have been collapsed inward, barring further progression. The way to the digs. All right. Yes, we've been there. Over here,
Consider it done.
got another one. In this room, nothing. Okay. Down this way. Okay, nothing much. Okay, we'll head up this way. I mean, there is something there, but it's like not directly like a room that we can just investigate. We'll carry on the first corridor and then we'll come back.
I'll teach you.
Will the
a
wisp
lesson.
blisters attack it? They appear not to be as dangerous in this game. Oh, we leveled up. I didn't even level up.
Show 'em how it's done.
Oh, that was nice. We sniped it.
What can I do you for?
Okay, let's level up and set Eddie's shield back
What do
to
you
the shield that he had originally. Not armor. It must be in like that. Yeah. Come back as round shield. All right. So we'll level up ourselves first. So here, what am I looking at? Well, I'm looking at, I think, another mechanics, or a singular athletics could be quite useful early on. I'm going to take a singular point in athletics, because early on that could be quite helpful. Right. Here, I think diplomacy is where I want to focus my main interests on. The streetwise could be cool. Let's go with diplomacy. Let's push ourselves further into that. Okay. We're still at the power level 2. Okay. Right. So, what are we wanting? Well, I took these two last time to get a lot of crits. So we could use Smoke Veil. Tides our presence makes us invisible and untargetable. Or we could go for the Blinding Strike. We don't tend to be close enough for Blinding Strike right now. Let's take Smoke Veil and use it to kind of continue shooting from range with Smoke Veil. Okay, and we got a new weapon proficiency. Okay, so we could take something to do with the hunting bow if we wanted to. I suspect we're going to be best off taking another sword proficiency. Something like parrying blade to allow us to parry more to parry strikes. What's our current one give us? Actually, you know what we should do? Because we've got a sword. Sword does slashing and piercing. We should take one that's like a club ability or something like that. Gives us crushing ability, options. And what's bewildering blows? It doesn't tell. Oh, it'll tell us when I click. So it aims to concuss and lowers their will defense. Yeah, that seems like a good idea. Yeah, that seems very reasonable. Okay. Do we have a club? We only have 2 weapon sets, but do we have a club? We don't have anything that counts as a club. Overlook that counts as a mace. Yeah, we'll get a club at some point though. They're unlikely to be rare. Alright, we have athletics and explosives. I think we keep him on the path. He's getting athletics. Survival's probably high enough. We could go for more religion, but we already have some religion now. Streetwise could be good, so give us a little bit more of that. Intimidate, I don't really like Intimidate. Insight we're a little low on. Yeah, we don't really have a lot going on with Insight. Let's get that. Allow him some empathy. Right, so we have fighter stances. I really liked Into the Fray when I looked at it previously, so I think that's what we're going for. Now, Edir has a skill with the saber. Okay. Here's this, and that's it, right? Oh, and with the basic shield. What's the top shield? The wall. What is the wall? What does the wall do? In careful position, it reduces incoming range damage as well as damage from attacks that target reflex. Oh, okay. So what we could, but while active, you're unable to move. So what we could do with that is if he's being attacked by archers or something. Yeah, I think it's a similar thing for Edier. He only has slashing, so if we get something that goes crushing and piercing, I don't imagine there are many things that do crushing and piercing, like a flail? No. We give him mace. That's just crushing. Yeah, let's take that. And rending smash damages the target's armor. Yeah, if we know that he's not going to be able to use his sword, we switch him into that. And with Edier, we can actually set up a second... well, we already have Warbow, but let's assume that he's never using that Warbow. Let's just give him a mace, and... let me test something with that. Will that switch to the mace and the shield, or... just to the mace? Can I have this be on that weapon set as well? No. Well, luckily, we have a lot of round shields. There we go. That works. Although, wait, what's this? We can. Okay, we just do copy. That works. And now we have Zoti. We haven't seen anything about her in terms of leveling up. So, I don't think we have anyway. Unless did we already like level up with her? I don't think so. Right now, I think we need the Arcana, because if we run into Arcana, that's one thing that we've got no other person looking at. Same with Alchemy. Down here, she gonna be our history person, or she's our religion person, isn't she? She's all about that religion. Let's push that further. And then we get a new spell, new power level unlocked. Okay. So, and they get power levels at level 4. Oh, for multi-class. I see. So does she just get any, or do I have to... I think she just gets protection. So isolates a single target within a protective sphere, shielding them from harm while their health regenerates. So she gets the shield. Okay. Choose abilities for both classes. Wait, so we get 2 abilities, or... Oh, we probably get 1 ability, then we have to choose... Because this is all priest stuff, right? Maybe. Oh, no, it might not be. Anyway. Prayer for the body grants the ally fit inspiration for extended periods. What's fit? 5 constitution. Okay. Repulsion seal, kind of cheesy. Use it to stop enemies going into places. Holy meditation adds stuff to resolute, so increases concentration and resolve. We have spiritual weapon. Summons a sickle and a lantern. Well, I mean, she already has a sickle and a lantern, so that's kind of useless for her. Ionic projection creates a slow-moving energy thing that returns allies and freezes enemies. It's alright. Pillar of Faith inflicts crush damage and knocks enemies down. Okay. Or we can go weapon and shield, 2 weapon, 1-handed, or 2-handed. Or we can go back to the previous level and take something as well if we think that she's missing something. Suppress affliction, maybe could be useful. Holy power, that's inspiration. So that gives us strong. So that gives us might. Okay. Barbs of condemnation, lower defenses, and it does damage. Blessing, insightful. So it gives us all 5 perception. That would increase our chance to hit. Then halt stops enemies moving. I think I'm going to go for Barbs of Condemnation. Because I want to be able to, I think that would lowering defenses is a very useful one. It's kind of like a good single target that lowers all defenses. It's, really good. And it has high penetration, so, yeah, good. Oh, we do get to choose an ability for both. Oh, that's nice. I like it. So what are we missing? Force of Anguish. Powerful attack that knocks enemies back and sends them prone. Okay. We already have lesser wounds. We could get Arms Bearer. None of these are amazing. Long Stride is kind of the best of those ones. And then what are our abilities? Clarity of Agony. Through pain, the monk is able to cleanse their body, reducing the duration of incoming hostile effects by half. Okay. Dance of Death. Weave a pattern of pain with your movements, gaining gradually increasing bonuses to accuracy and wounds. Suffering any damage ends this effect. Alright, so we have really high reflex or really high deflection. We could do something with that, but okay. It costs mortification. What's mortification? Okay, mortification of the soul gives self wounds. Monk immediately inflicts damage and does wounds. Keywords mortification. Some monk abilities require and consume mortification on use. Outside of combat, a monk's mortification is restored, ready to be used tonight. Alright, so that's your default resource. Okay. They're all kind of bad. This one seems good. It's just a normal attack that knocks back. It seems alright. I kind of think I'm going to take long stride just to move quicker. Yeah. Right, she's good with the crossbow, the dagger, and the hatchet, and the shield. Okay. If she was ever not going to be in combat, what's she going to use? As if she's ever not going to be using her sickle and her lantern, what is she going to use? Well, she's going to use, like, a long-range thing. So we get her, like, an arbalist thing, or, like... Maybe we just try and get her the equivalent of the crossbow in, like, this section. Something that does interrupting. What does the blunderbuss do? It does powder burn, so it can overload a shot. It's distracting to the wielder, so lowers the accuracy, I guess. Aim shot. These are accurate. A rapid shot. Or we could give her a magical one. Destructive channeling. Channels the excess energy through the scepter. Hurts the wielder for each attack but increases damage. No. Rod's blast. Slows the wielder's recovery but hitting enemies around the target. Or we go with the wand, which interferes with the enemy's ability to attack efficiently. Yeah, let's give her a wand. So she can now use wands if she needs to. Okay, interesting.
What do you
I realize it's a little bit of a longer episode, but I'm going to keep going. The previous one was a little bit shorter anyway, so it all adds up in the end. I don't want to leave it in the middle of a dungeon. Especially, yeah. We could have saved the level up, but
Look.
I don't like doing that. Edier. We're going to give... Well, yeah, we can just tell you to switch to your second weapon set, obviously. We set up.
Yeah.
Right, hit it. Zosie's going to head in like this. We're obviously shooting it.
Show.
These two are going to unstealth. Okay. Knock it down. Zosie's going to come in around this side. Flank it. Drag him. Drag him into combat with yourself. Do it.
Bullseye.
Kind of worked. Didn't really, but kind of worked. Sickle.
Love ruby.
Nice. Okay. It's interesting to see how the draw works as well. Doesn't move him through or anything. Definitely. Actually, how about you barb it? Just for something different.
Love ruby on seek.
Yeah, okay. That didn't work very well.
What can I do you for?
That's fine. It did lower the defenses. It just didn't do anything
it
after
down.
that point.
Uh-huh.
What's this? Ooh, it's just some rubble. Nice. Okay, we're done there. Head round this way. We got more floors of this place to explore as well. Like, there is a lot in this place. Right. Head down the stairs. Yeah, quiet.
Soul in the darkness. One ready. What can I do you for?
Just start the combat so I can see where everything is. Shoot it. Nice, okay. Zoti. Increase your attack.
That looks like
nice. Okay, attack speed's up. Scythe. Scythe, the one that's hurt. we'll start targeting a different one, this one. Hopefully we can hit it and then she can scythe. Did she miss with her scythe?
And that's how it's done.
I guess. Yeah, there we go. Down. Alright, we're not hitting the same one. He's a little bit lower. We'll heal up. And continue aiming at the same one.
Isn't this?
He lost quick. Okay.
Show him how it's.
He could get quick back again, which I think I will get.
I'll teach
Nice.
you a lesson.
Okay, Edier, I should have been paying more attention to you. But, knock it down. Edier, you can... Perfect use. Draw it in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you just killed it. Okay. Hit this one with the same ability.
Yeah.
Alright.
I got
Interesting.
it.
Might be more
Watch
useful
and
when they
learn.
don't just die in one
Real
hit,
quiet now.
I would say. Get real quiet now.
That looks like it hurt. I got this. I got
All of that
this.
stuff. Get the loot. Don't know why I attacked the pile of gunpowder, but I did.
Take that.
Yeah, take that gunpowder. Oh, we got a note. Clear that. I wasn't sure about the constructs at first. These new techniques may be less extreme than those eccentricities of Galvino. Galvino was the person who made constructs and things in the White March DLC, I think. He also made one of your companions, like a constructy, murderous, serial killy, like robot thing. Anyway. But it gets harder to remember that once the hulking things moving around like large, noisy, witless dolls. The constructs require daily maintenance and they make the workers uncomfortable. Still, they've been an effective deterrent to the local wildlife. I have to admit, I've started to feel safer with one of them standing nearby while I work. Oderesi despises the things and avoids them if possible. That alone is considerable benefit. Of considerable benefit. Interesting. Okay, what's this? Just a plant. Alright. Well, that's fine. Ooh, more stuff. Ooh, more
I
stuff.
see where you're going.
Wait. Oh, we actually need to use a lockpick. Yeah.
There.
Oh, well.
What did I do?
Got it. We got a fine dagger.
Oh, yeah.
Alright.
They'll never know I'm here.
We got a lot of daggers. I'm starting to think. Is the companion from the White March gonna be here? Unlikely. Like, seriously unlikely, but that'd be cool. These ornate brown fixtures appear to be braziers. Soot lines the interior of their metallic petals, and you spy a fresh coal beneath the filigreed grating. Someone lit these recently. Had you the means, you might do the same. Alright, flint and tinder. Nothing happens for a moment, then the brazier ignites in a sudden rush of flame. Maybe I should have used the torch, but anyway. We've turned it on. I'll use the torch this time. Yeah, we don't lose the torch. Okay. Alrighty then.
I'll try not to get roasted.
So these are symbols of
Give me a
what,
real challenge.
gods, maybe?
Consider it done.
Oh, it's just an order thing. Never mind. Well, we'll take it.
Leave it.
So this
Watch
one.
and learn.
This one? Finding the first two makes this much easier. I'm assuming these are the first. Maybe you'll need to hit 3. I kind of get the feeling like there's more to a puzzle, so I'm going to leave and then we might find out more later. There's nothing. Okay. Nothing in here anyway. Let's think about it. What have we got here? And these are obviously symbols of things. Like, do you think these are symbols of the gods? We have, like, lower deities. Oh my, no, I didn't want to open ship combat. No. Nor character statistics. No, none of those. No pictures? Well, that's useless. Okay. Well, we only get to hit 3, I think. Hitting them randomly is not really going to do anything, is it? I don't see anything in there that's obvious. Is there anywhere on this floor we've missed? Don't think so. Means this is our only option. Okay. Well, it might be logical. Did it. Easy. Simple puzzle.
Consider it done.
Only the bold, the reckless, and the fortunate shall pass within. Alright. Gladiator sword. The plus is interesting. What's that mean? It's a corroded blade. Grants scrim. Okay. Have a look at this blade. So, what's scrim? An ancient technique for balancing defense and offense. Enhances melee damage and deflection when wielded with a shield. Oh, Edier. You got yourself a new sword. It lowers penetration, but because it's fine, that takes away the corroded blade. Got accuracy. Yeah, this is perfect. Double-edged sword of cast bronze. An ancient weapon is equally suited to cutting and thrusting. Thrusting and cutting. The blade is pitted and tarnished, but looks like it still holds a keen edge. The Gwithin gladiator who once wielded the blade most assuredly carried it with a bronze shield. We can enchant it if we had any enchanting. Yeah, okay, but we don't know anything about it. We could make it exceptional. That would need us to have that. A sharpened blade. Yeah, we can make it sharpened. Which would remove corroded blade. Oh. Yeah, let's do that. Well, that worked. So now we have a non-corroded gladiator sword. Yeah. Okay. You were going to use that instead of your saber. Look at that. A new sword for Edier.
Hey. Of course.
Right. Should we let those people out the cage now? I kind of thought that there might even be more to this place. But no. This was all optional. Which is fine. Right. Up we go. I do like that these aren't like full loading screens. Like they were in the first. Every time you change place in the first game, it's like loading screen, loading screen.
Full.
Oh yeah, get rid of that pile of gunpowder.
Give me a real challenge.
Yeah, give me a real challenge. What have we got here? We have generator occasionally vibrates wildly. You can faintly hear the sound of metal grinding on metal from somewhere within the machinery. It's broken. Is what that tells me. Right, we'll switch to our sword and let's go.
Be right there.
Interact with the door. Actually,
I got this.
have that
I
one.
got.
And
Watch and learn.
missed that one as well. Ooh, stole it.
Consider it done.
Oh, this is much better.
I got this. I got.
Actually, there are these things all over the place. It's loot.
This isn't how you... Give me a real challenge.
Loot Central. Okay, up here.
I got.
This won't do.
Right.
Give me a...
Grab these ones.
This isn't how you...
Grab that. Right. I mean, it's kind of like looting corpses, but more acceptable. Right. Down here. Continue running. Amazing speed. Right. Several men and women appear to be locked inside a cage of some kind. They're little more than silhouettes behind glass, pointing and gesturing excitedly.
You out there, are the beasts gone?
One woman comes up to the door, hands pressed against the glass. I'm going to examine the door first. You can see no means of opening the door from the outside. It appears the cage is locked from within. I took care of the creatures. The woman turns away to have a muffled exchange with the others. Then she pulls at something by the door and you can hear a rattling clank. Okay. Hello, everybody.
Perfetto! We are saved!
That is far too much of a smile. A youngish man with bright eyes and twitching smile claps his hands in joy as he steps out the cage. The woman next to him, however, remains sober.
Me and the Watcher? We're always happy to help.
She beams at you, eyes filled with pride.
Governor Clario must have sent you to rescue us, no? But you do not look like one of his guards.
She rises onto the balls of her feet and peers behind you as if searching for someone else. She looks to be only midway into her 30s, though the serious set of her mouth makes her seem older. Well, here's the thing. Clario actually sent me to find Odoresi. Or his notes. An older woman hawks an impressive gob of phlegm onto the ground and kicks a clump of dirt over it.
I told you the governor does not care about us. This is all about profit. For him, the rest of the Valian.
Caloste!
Caloste, a Valian command for silence. She silences the others with a sharp look. She turns back to you with a resigned breath.
You are here, and that is what matters.
What are you doing?
Hiding, of course.
The corners of his mouth spasm. The cranky old woman next to him sighs and lays a comforting hand on his arm.
We were taking measurements of the luminous Adra when something strange began happening.
Fascinating. The pillar started to dim, the ground shook, and our instruments showed unusual variations.
He licks his lips.
That's when those of us with a grain of sense got into the cage.
He glares at the excitable young man, but he doesn't seem to notice. What happened then?
The Colossus. Some kind of construct made from luminous Adra. It passed through the arena toward the pillar.
Vanessa closes her eyes.
Moments later, the pillar went dark, and all of our colleagues outside the cage froze. Like they turned to ash.
She goes quiet, her hands clasped in front of her. The young man leans forward, his eyes wide with a perverse kind of excitement.
That is when the panthers and worms showed up. Started going through the tents. It was awful, but Engfirth.
Vanessa shoots him a furious look, but he falls silent again. A confused and slightly injured expression crinkles his face.
Some of our people are still missing in the ruins, including Odorisi, our lead researcher. It is possible he managed to hide.
Her furrowed brow, however, suggests otherwise. So I'll help him however I can.
Most of the ruins are that way, through the door next to the ramp.
He points to a dark entrance in the eastern wall of the arena.
If you are going below, you should take Engfirth with you.
She turns and motions someone to the front of the group.
Hey, he looks just like...
Edier cuts himself off for some reason not yet apparent. His jaw hangs slack. That's the one I thought was a Loth. Oh wait, a sharp-featured elf comes to the fore. As he meets your eyes, he gives you a knowing nod. He's earned a few scars, but you recognize a Loth Corficer all the same. He taps a finger to his lips, a sly smile working its way across them. He's got better at talking to people than he used to have. So a Loth, just to fill you in on backstory, has a second personality at the very least that was kind of coming to the forefront. And, yes, he's awakened, which I think means that he may go mad eventually. Basically means he's awakened to past lives, and the past lives are talking through him or something like that. Anyway, yes. Watchers are also awakened as well and things like that. Anyway, continue.
Engfirth knows a great many spells. At first, he even cast fire to chase away the panthers.
Until the flames nearly caught one of the tents.
Oh.
We then decided it would be better to preserve our remaining supplies, in case we ever got out.
And when the supplies ran out?
She scratches the bridge of her nose, looking concerned. The others look away and avoid further speculation.
I do not expect the ruins will be any safer. Many of our people remained behind, which has surely attracted more wildlife. It would be prudent to take help, as long as Engfirth is willing to go.
He looks quickly to a Loth. He nods.
I would be happy to assist.
He holds your gaze with wide, expectant eyes. Well, we're not going to give up his stuff. We're just going to ask, what else can you tell me about Engfirth?
I don't think that's really...
He has only been with us a few weeks. He is inexperienced, but he came with a glowing recommendation from an academy in Celona.
Oh, did he?
That is surely a generous overstatement.
Aloth chuckles uncomfortably and gives you a meaningful look. A glowing recommendation, you say?
Surely we don't have time for...
A pupil of unnatural talent is the phrase I recall. It seems he was loved and regarded by almost all his instructors, though misunderstood, I gathered, by his fellow students.
I cannot imagine why.
The old Animancer rolls her eyes.
Really, this helpful stranger surely has more important things to worry about.
The tips of Aloth's ears are bright red. He glares at you. Impressive, especially as he doesn't sound Valian.
That's quite a...
Students come from all over the world to study animancy in the republics, especially since it is still forbidden in places like Adir.
But Engveth's story is especially sad. He was only a boy when both his parents died in a fire.
Oh.
He came to the Deerwood and lived at the manor of a wealthy older uncle until he also died.
Oh. Yeah. You see the bit that wasn't read out there from the White That Wends? We're the wealthy older uncle. So he's... I see.
In a fire.
Uh-huh.
If that's all, then perhaps we should be off.
He raises an eyebrow and stares at you pointedly. Well, I'll gladly accept his help. He gives you a quick smile.
Be careful, I'm Miko.
He gives Aloth's hand a quick squeeze before backing away.
I shall try.
Aloth nods at her before leading you a short distance away.
Thank you for your discretion. I'm certain you have many questions, but I fear they must wait until we're off this island.
He casts a regretful glance back at Vanessa and the Animancers. Well, your wealthy old uncle, really?
It seemed like a convenient story. Besides, you do have the oldest soul of anyone I know.
Kinda true. So you made new friends, Animancers no less. I don't think he liked Animancers.
I shall miss their company, though this only confirms that animancy is a hazardous pursuit at best.
Yes, it wasn't so much that he disliked Animancy, he just thought it was far too dangerous. Yeah. Well, tell me what you're doing here.
That's a rather long story. The short version, for now, is that I'm gathering information on local animancy operations.
He looks you up and down.
But I could ask you the same.
Well, here's the thing. Let's just tell him everything. Actually, we could say the gods are up to something again, and I need to understand what. I think that's actually a better description. Number 2 is what I was going to go for, but I think the gods are up to something. He'll get it.
Oh, there's never a dull moment with you.
He raises an eyebrow.
We can speak more freely once we're away from Port Mage. For now, let us find Odorisi.
Okay. Oh no. You're not getting to be a rogue or a fighter. You're a wizard. You're all wizard. Now, you see these spells he's got? He's got Jolting Touch, Fan of Flames, all that sort of stuff. Right, yeah, he has all the spells he used to have. Well, a lot of them. He was at a much higher level, obviously. But the nice thing about wizards... Ooh, what's that? We could enchant his gear. Known causality. Oh, interesting. We can buff it with all sorts of stuff. Anyway, the most important thing with a wizard... Oh, we can also buff this. What's these? Ooh, so this one frightens targets on a critical hit. Ooh. And then they can bounce, and it also grants Maethist, which a chance to reflect against punishment condemnation attacks. Oh, okay. Reject the wheel. Ooh, okay. That's kind of the same. Oh no, the only new bit is this. Grant Maethist. Okay. Anyway, what we actually want to do with them is, if I can think about where it's gonna be, weapons. Yeah, Grimoire. So, because we have the Skeletal Wizard's Grimoire, we'll have a look at his Grimoire. It's actually got a lot of stuff in it already. Interesting. It's got those 2 in it. We're only allowed to have 2 spells in the Grimoire, and then, like, he knows some? That's kind of different to how it used to be. I mean, it's probably better than how it used to be. Yeah, so can I say, like... I can't do anything with this. Yeah, so if I put that down there... Does he now have these... Yeah, he now has other spells. Okay, so they've changed how grimoires work. The grimoire is still useful to have them around, but it looks like you have learned spells, and then you have, like, spells, and then you have 2 spells that the grimoire gives you. Okay. Useful. Well, what's the second level spells that this one gives you? Merciless Gaze and... yeah. So there's some overlap with the Skeletons one anyway.
Yes, indeed.
Right. Let's have a quick look. Oh, yeah, one of those. We're still not done in this area. Right. I want to do custom formation. I think this is kind of what we're looking for right now. Yeah. Although, actually, it wasn't that far off of that one. In fact, this one might be better. Because what this one does is it means that if anyone tries to attack a Loth, they have to go through me first, effectively. Although, actually, what we probably want to do, thinking of things more sensibly, want to do this. The reason why we want a Loth in the middle is if anything comes from the sides, we can then, or the back, we can cover that. And if anything comes in the front, it should be Zoti and Edier's job. Deal with that. So we'll just reorganize ourselves. What's our goal? Just to check the quest. Because find Odoresi. Still. Okay. Well, we're told it was like in the sub-level. So let's walk around. Maybe we just have to walk around it with a Loth in the party? Maybe? Maybe? I do like that they're giving you party members.
Poor fools. They were unprepared for this.
Like, they're just giving you party members. Completely out of the blue. This, you know, a lot of them. I think that's great because in the first game it took you a while to get them, and then, you know, you were a little weaker till you got them all. I'm just seeing if he has any like dialogue for any of this section. No? Nothing? Nothing a lot? Well, I should also check a lot, actually. What are his character skills? Oh, wait. These are good as well. He hates people who are irresponsible. He hates people who are traditional. He hates people who are prideful. He likes people who are benevolent. He likes people who are dutiful, and he likes people who have autonomy. Okay. Oh, yes. Turn off that. Turn on defensive. Save. Turn on tactics.
I shall. Yes?
Good. Continue quick saving because I'm paranoid, but it's fine. Aloth, you got any, any wisdom here? Oh wait, did we not go down this path?
Easy does it.
Well, this will be the right path, but I mean, it's good that we went back and got Aloth, isn't it? Before we went into it. Oh, this is 100% the right path. What are these? Spread out, get them. Take a shot. A Loth? No, that's us at the back.
Show them how it's done!
You know what we should do? Crossbow. Not crossbow. Oh, never mind. Back to sword.
I'll teach
Defense.
you a lesson.
Oh, these two didn't attack. It's a problem. Attack that one. It's all going downhill. Okay, Aloth. Crushing.
Beyond.
Almost did something. We almost want to just... No, we don't want to smoke fail. Frightening enemies could do something. Yeah, no, just hit it, I think. Okay, Aloth, shocking touch.
Yeah! Yeah!
How are these two doing? They're doing alright. I think we could probably... ooh, yes, Holy Radiance. These are probably vessels.
Beyond.
Show them how it's done!
Nice. The heal's good. They're not vessels. Okay. Vessels, I think, are more like... Yeah, they must be more like... What's it called? Skeletons. Yeah. Okay. Let's try neurotic lance or necrotic lance. Yeah. See how that goes. Got it. Nice. See, back off. Switch to your bow. Shoot it.
I'll teach you a lesson.
We can now just hit it with normal attacks. Probably should heal a little bit. Nice. Okay. Double bounce was good. Sickle for the kill.
Lavru, be off.
And then sickle for the kill. We got it anyway. Nice. Would have worked a lot better if I knew that I was on my sword at the start. Anyway, so those are essence anomalies. Let's close these down a little bit. And now I've opened them all, it's like, oh. Okay, right. Close the character statistics, close that. That's something to read at another time. Probably for me to read, a lot of them. Anyway. Oh, we got 2. Will-o-wisp. Wisps are primarily inhabit abandoned ruins and other such forgotten places. They are thought as curious creatures, but they sometimes follow travelers for short distances for reasons only known to themselves. While typically peaceful, wisps are notoriously aggressive if provoked and will viciously defend their territories if they perceive them to be under threat. As a result, wisps are often described as the weeds of the spirit world. Small, quick to regenerate, and nearly unstoppable in large numbers. Then Phantom, which I guess is what we're fighting here. Phantoms are the souls of the dead that did not properly separate from the body after death. This usually happens as a result of severe trauma, particularly in the case of a violent death. Unlike lost souls, which are incapable of interacting with or being detected by normal mortals, phantoms like Shadows and Sen-Guela maintain a connection to the physical world. They will attack other life forms without discrimination. Phantoms can also manifest from Kith who live particularly chaotic lives, including violent crimes and criminals and the insane. Anyone can become a phantom under the right circumstances, but the fear of phantoms and their association with the mentally ill can result in vulnerable populations being shunned across many communities. Okay. So yeah, because they're more likely to become phantoms, people don't like them. Oh, we also got sporelings. Sporelings are the larval form of dank spores. While more mobile and agile than their mature counterparts, these humanoid-shaped creatures are also far weaker. They spawn from dark spores and use their heightened mobility to seek nourishment. Like dank spores, sporelings feed off both decaying organic matter and soul essence. They must bulk up on significant amount of both before maturing into dank spores themselves. Okay, yeah.
I hear you.
I shall be discreet.
Watch and learn.
That was interesting. What is this? Just a random bit of equipment. Oh, and then like the area. A brine imp.
I'll teach you.
Get
In
it.
the darkness. One ready for reaping.
Easy enough. I really like the new combat. Like it's,
Sure thing.
It's just a better version of the old combat right now. Like the old combat had a lot of like clunkiness. This one is just, it's so smooth. Still kind of has the complexity. I like it. An animancer's hat. Alright. And a note. A journal entry. It has been a stroke of unimaginable fortune to find Advervain in such pristine condition. The essence is so concentrated here that even from the far side of the corridor, the pillar's light pulses like a star. At times I almost feel as if I can sense it, like the warmth of sunlight upon the skin. We'll need to reinforce the central chamber before attempting further excavations. The ruins are unstable, and Seela's motley workforce of savages and paupers grows more fearful by the day. Seela. We haven't seen Seela, but that just explains who S is. With the assistance of a single watcher, we could trace the essence into in the primary vein and isolate those deposits worthy of extraction. I petitioned Director Castle in Neketaka, the great and ancient city of Neketaka is so old that its foundations are said to predate the great Huana catalysm of legend. In recent years, the native Huana population have been crowded by the arrival of Valian and Rawatayan colonists, traders, and soldiers. For such a resource, but I'm continually rebuffed. It's unthinkable that the Valiant Trading Company cannot isolate within vast borders of its considerable influence a single suitable candidate. I must assume that the wretched Elette woman is hoarding them for her fanciful experiments, transportation, as if we have time to expend on such frivolities. There's an Elette woman that I guess we'll meet later. Duro the Reckless defeated 7 beasts barehanded. Okay. Moss and grime have scraped clear large portions of this mural, revealing vibrant hues of the Iguithan figures below. Okay. Interesting. So yeah, he was after a watcher. Traced the vein. They weren't doing that well. But did they not say that they...
That's Odorisi.
It all went better? So... okay. What's up with him? Frozen mid-stride, the grim figure is turned towards the colossal pill of Adra that dominates the chamber. The ashen corpse's outstretched hand rests upon the crystal's diluted surface. Clutched tightly in the remnants of a fist is a bundle of papers bound together by a leather cord. Several more pages are scattered on the ground at your feet.
I think that's the guy we're looking for. Sure holding on to those papers tight.
As you pull the papers free, the ashen fingers gripping them slow away, disintegrating into a fine plume of dust. We have his notes. Read them. All the rest of these notes acquired from the corpse are a dense collection of jargon and diagrams. They allude to mechanical and chemical processes used to treat Adra. While it is refined into powder, these notes will doubtless be of interest to those working directly with Luminous Adra. Alright. Standing here by the lone figure, you are struck with a feeling of dread. The air around you, the very motes of ash and dust, all of it is stagnant and still. The feeling grows worse when you look up at the Adra and sense no energy flowing into its surface. It is as though it's been disconnected from the wheel. Interesting. As Aothis is going through, is he disconnecting things from the wheel? Like the wheel being the cycle of rebirth? Interesting. And I guess that's why Berath's interested in all of this, isn't it?
You place your hand against the pillar of luminous Adra. A dim, warm light emanates from the surface, but it feels cool to the touch. Pinpricks dance along your fingers, uncomfortable but not painful. A woman's voice, scratchy, distant, and halting, echoes in your mind.
Find your soul in him.
You concentrate, peering into the Adra's energy as you would peer into a soul. Its inner light is blinding, but as you become accustomed to it, you perceive the core of the Adra itself. A churning mass of millions of soul fragments. With a jolt, the energy reaches out to you. The Anguithan ruin fragments around you, breaking into incoherent shapes and dissolving to dust, falling into an infinite well of dark gray vapor. Even the ground itself disintegrates into nothingness. All that remains is the murky expanse of the in-between. The Adra pillar, and a skein of golden threads rooted in the pillar that extend far off into the distance. You focus on the threads. You catch glimpses of memories, your memories, mingled among the memories of thousands of other captive souls. The filaments begin to cohere, rapidly twining into a golden cord. With a muffled crack, the cord ripples outward in a violent wave toward the endless distance. The cord undulates over a space so vast that you lose sight of the wave before it finds its end. Then, a heavy creaking, like the sound of mountains shearing under their own weight, washes through the dull gloom of the in-between. A violent force yanks you along the cord at an incredible speed. The murk of the in-between warps erratically, as though you are observing it through an ill-ground lens. Just as quickly as you were pulled forward, you stop, suspended below a massive figure of ancient carved Adra. Like all Adra, it glimmers with energy, but the souls and memories within it are not flowing down. They churn in a vortex that burns at the heart of the statue's mass in some invisible engine. It is Aethys. The great golden cord terminates in his back, sending pulses of energy throughout his limbs as they move. He walks in long, slow strides toward a brilliant pillar of Audra far in the distance. It shines even more brightly in the in-between than Aethys. From within the teeming throng of souls, dozens of eyes look out to you. Through the cord, their collective anguish and despair push at the edge of your mind.
Help us! Please! Help us!
Their voices echo in your mind. Somewhere within their ranks, you can feel the presence of your own soul slumbering deeper in the gyre.
Well, I think that our natural thing that we would do is try and help people, so reach out to the lost souls.
You reach out to the lost souls, but the incredible power flowing through Aethys' body repulses you. Not even your Watcher powers can penetrate the massive tides of energy crashing through him. The souls sense your efforts and attempt to breach the surface of Aethys' body, but are instantly pulled back down into the deep well at the statue's heart, as though they were pried from the edge of a great precipice. Aethys' stride slows and stops. His head slowly pivots until its great burning eyes are cast back along the cord. As his gaze meets yours, you feel an overwhelming rush of incredible joy mingled with profound sadness. You have sensed similar anguish in lost souls, but never with this intensity. A soothing voice drifts into your mind.
It takes great bravery to venture through the in-between, even for a Watcher.
A swell of admiration radiates out from the god's heart, a force so intense that it momentarily overwhelms you.
You do not need to follow me, for their sake or your own. Something beautiful is coming. Something that will save us all.
A great light shines from Aethys' brow, so bright that even the souls within him flinch from the source, cowering in fear. Through the glare, you see Aethys' massive arm reach up to grasp the golden cord, the tether carrying energy from the Audra pillar to him, that also suspends your consciousness.
Tell me what that means.
The sun will yet rise, Watcher. You need only wait for its light to come.
Aethys yanks on the golden cord, pulling it from his back. The cord tears into filaments that blacken and dissolve to dust. Without pause, he turns to resume his stride toward the distant pillar of Audra, shining on the boundless horizon. You hear the souls within him cry out for just a moment, before your consciousness is snapped away from them.
I just figured out there's a little bit of, I'm trying to think of the right word, but you know how he's got the souls trapped within him and they're all crying out, they're all scared of like the bright light and things. You know that lantern that I have a bad feeling about? I'm just saying, it's got souls trapped in there too, and there's a bright light. I think that this is all bad stuff.
The in-between goes dark. For a second, you feel a mix of nausea and a sensation like spinning and falling. Then the moment ends. Your consciousness has returned to the Angwithan arena. The world is sideways, the Audra pillar upside down. You flinch at the feeling that you're standing on the ceiling. The disorientation overwhelms you and you collapse to your knees next to the luminous Audra pillar. Previously dim and flickering, the pillar now glows with a strong and steady light. You touch the Audra again, but the chill and prickling sensations you felt before are gone, replaced with a comforting warmth, like the embers of a fire that has just lost its flame.
As you return to the world, you feel a hand on your back.
You alright? Come on, we just got you back.
Despite his tone, you can see genuine concern in Edir's eyes. I'm not sure. I think that's the correct answer.
Well, if you're not sure, now I'm worried. I've seen you commune with souls of the dead, but this looked altogether different. What happened?
His gaze flickers to the brightly glowing Adra. If we knew about metaphysics, oh, we're great. Okay. Oh, which one do we do? I don't think 4 is right. That one's completely out. After seeing the agony that follows in Aethys' wake, I'm more determined than ever to stop him. Potentially. Just when I was on the verge of getting some answers from my god, he cuts me off. We're not quite like that. I think that we just go for number 2. We don't mention the souls right now. We just say that I saw Aethys and he saw me.
Well, he... Really? I knew it. I mean, that's great, Watcher. Ain't it?
Zoti can barely contain herself, jumping up and down as she stumbles over her words.
What did Gon say? Is he gonna meet us? What do we do next? He charged you with a divine calling, didn't he? Just like he's done for me.
Okay, because she is dutiful, Aloth nods, a quiet smile etched across his lips. So he's headed towards another pillar. We're not going to say that we're the captain. He's after Luminous Adra. We're going to stop him before he gets there. Or somewhere Luminous Adra in his path he told me not to follow. Let's go for number 4. She might be able to give us some information on that. I saw Luminous Adra in his path, but he told me not to follow. That something beautiful is coming.
I wonder if he said the same thing to people in Raid Saris 20 years ago.
Ooh, right before the Saints' War.
I wonder what he's after, and why he's been giving me these dreams. The things I've seen, they leave a mark on your soul.
She rubs her arms despite the balmy air.
I may not know what Gon's got planned for me, but clearly he wanted me to meet you.
Another dutiful, Aloth hums approvingly. Aloth like Zoti. Okay. Well, we found him.
Sure thing.
We've got rid of him. I guess we're going to leave, and I'm going to see if there's anything else. We may end the episode. I know. We may end it before 2 hours pass. But, yeah, let's head up here. And out. Okay, so there's a lot to parse there. Aethys is going he's going to Adra Pillars. He's collecting souls, and he's saying something beautiful is coming, and he's walking towards it. Now, she is also collecting souls. Berath brought us back, and Berath is like she wants us to find Aethys and stop him. And Aethys is, in theory, stopping the wheel from doing its natural cycle. There's a whole bunch of stuff there. I don't think we have enough of a picture to work out what's going on yet. Alright, those are some souls. As the souls move past you, some turn their head in your direction, but most seem fixated below you on the Adra pillar beneath your feet. A few nod their heads in thanks or raise a hand to acknowledge your presence.
What do you see that I can't, Watcher?
Yeah. Let's tell her. I mean, because none of the options are I'm not going to tell her, and she's going to do her lantern thing, and I'm not going to be happy about it. Souls, dozens of them, maybe hundreds, they're all going into the Adra pillar.
All of them? Really?
She strokes the cage of her lantern, appearing lost in thought. Yeah. A small group of souls have started to cluster around you. One of them is standing a bit closer than the others and gestures for your attention.
Watcher, we'd like to come with you.
Why not the Adra pillar?
We would, and we appreciate that you showed us the way, but what if the Adra goes dark again before we reach the beyond?
The other souls shuffle anxiously and look at each other, then back to you. Ooh. We'll let them follow us. I feel like maybe I'm going to regret it, and that number 2 is the right answer, but we'll let them follow us.
Can I harvest the souls now?
Aloft flashes a quick, pleased glance. Well, we'll let her. I'm still not feeling great about this.
Thank you for aiding my mission, Watcher. I just knew you'd help me if I followed you.
Aloth is ecstatic with his quick, pleased glances. Zoti glides her hands in a series of motions that resemble a martial art or intricate dance as she slides a circle around the arena. She begins swinging her lantern faster and farther from her body until an immaterial light flares from inside. The lure is answered and several souls change course, drifting past the lantern's cage to disappear.
Thank you, Watcher.
I don't think the lantern is good still. We speak to these ones?
We will remain here to see to our dead.
Okay, well, I'm going to walk just a little bit further, just to the edge of the area. Then we'll find out. Yeah. Ooh, there's one more to grab here. Then I think that'll be where we call the episode. Well, thank you for watching, and next time we're going to go hand in our quest. See you then. Goodbye.